Hi, hello, g'day, kia ora, welcome to the studio. This is it is time to get messy again. I have missed making a mess. I have pulled out, rewind. If you've seen my earlier video, I am in the process of making my planner for Q1 of 2025. So I am doing 3 months, January, February, March, in this first journal. It is my own design, and this is the first time I've done it, so this is in essence my first test to see whether what I've designed is actually going to work for my needs. This is purely for my needs. So what I've done is I've printed all of my pages onto double-sided matte photo paper, and because we are here in summer at the moment down in New Zealand and indeed the southern hemisphere, I've pulled out all my yellows, oranges, light pinks and reds in the Distress Oxide, Reinkers, and Distress Ink Reinkers. Just because I don't have every colour, so I have pulled out what I've got, because I'm going to play with them all, to be honest, because that is the way I roll. And because I love colour. So I've got them off to the side here. You might be able to just see the hint of them on the side there, at least the first row of 2 rows. I may have 1 or 2 colours. I've also got my mixture of water here, which hopefully I've got enough water in there. And I have my spray bottles with walnut stain reinker, and that's Distress Ink, and Distress Oxide ground espresso. Now these at the moment are still very weak because I haven't topped up the reinkers in them from when I just filled up the water at the end of last year. I just didn't get around to doing it for Dephemerember, but I thought maybe that'll just like bring the tone down a little bit if I use these brown mixes rather than just straight water. I've got 4 pages here. I've got printing on, some of them are single-sided, some of them are double-sided. I am doing 1 month at a time, because that way if it all turns pear-shaped, I've only got to reprint 1 month. At least that's what I'm hoping. In fact, to be honest, I'm hoping that it all goes so terrifically well that I don't need to reprint any. My concern is putting too much reinker over the top of all of this, so that when it's all dried and ready to be sewn into the journal, I cannot see the lines and the words and the numbers, and therefore I can't use them unless I draw over by hand, which, let's be honest, I do not want to have to do that. So I'm going to, like I said, it's hot summer here. It is hot in the city, so to speak. Let's go. Flipping those over. Now, I have got, I should say, my trusty paper bags. So as I colour each page, it will be put onto a paper bag and put to one side, and then once I've done the 4 pages, I will dry them and then move on to the next 4. Just because I've found that works for me. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Right, now, as you will have noticed, I've cleared my craft mats off my working surface, and I have my Tonic Studios Tim Holtz glass mat. So we will be working on this. Now I'm going to pull out the Distress Oxides. So this first month I am going to use mainly, I think, yellows. I don't think I'll use that spiced marmalade just yet. I want to maybe use the pinks in this. Abandoned coral. Yeah. So we'll see how this goes. And I've also got antique linen as well, because I figured that was kind of light and neutral-ish. So I have given these all a shake, but I'm just giving them another quick shake before I use them. Let's do some squeezed lemonade. So now this is a Distress ink, so it's going to react slightly differently. And well, no, I'm going to save the mustard seed for later. Right, so here we go. We're going to put in, whoops, close that off, didn't I? Right, that, and let's try. I want to spread it out so that we've got a good mix. I'm going to put that one over there. Right, here goes our first one. Right, so now this one can be all over because that is a blank page. Then so far so good. No, we do still have a little bit of downward drip. Right, so first page done, and I can always come back and do some more, do like a second layer if I want. So now I think I'm going to put some more colours back on here because that pretty much got all mixed in. Hopefully I'm not spraying too much ink all over the place, but you never know. It doesn't matter. Right, so, and if you are trying it, as you can see, I would highly recommend the gloves because this is a very messy exercise. Right, now I don't mind if I get a whole lot of oxide on this side, but we don't want it too dark. And down there, right. Whoops, that was water on the floor, knocked that. this is easier said than done, putting these papers on here. It's really just so that I can stack them up. Here we go again. So that's 2 pages done, so 2 more. So now this one's double-sided with my weeks on both sides. So really need to make sure I push down into the ink. Oops, and middle of the week. Come on, Wednesday. Right, there we go. Just like the bottom corner of that page done. And we'll see what happens with the gloves. See whether that makes a difference. With the pushing down. Right, okay. That's that one there. Right. Now, so we've still got that there. We will do our last page for January. Does anyone else make their own planner? I mean, make, not just use printables. And like, what do you include in it? What would you like to see in a printable planner? Is there anything in particular that you want or don't want? I mean, do you like habit trackers and records of like weight loss or whatever? Or am I, you know, the only one who's looking to record those sorts of things? I'm pretty sure I'm the only one who wants to record, you know, videos that they're making, but maybe you've got other projects that you need to do timelines for. Our final page, and this one's blank on one side and coloured on the and printed on the other, so we can have whatever we want on the back side. Ooh, now that's what I needed to be careful of. I didn't think about is, are we going to have too much colour? See, already I can see on there the Oxide is hopefully I've managed to scrape or shake it off a week. Whatnot, I've spread it off. Right. So now I'm going to dry these and see what we get. So I'll be back once these have dried. Okay, so here we are. This is the first month. So, yep, we've got book pages. These are all looking cool. I mean, some of them there's still quite a bit of the Oxide is made it onto these. And no, I mean, sure they look quite a bit in the one colour, but you can see the colour variations in there on some of them. I mean, they've got the yellow, it'd be that lemon yellow coming up. So yeah, it's a great way to make up a whole lot of fodder for collages, you know, like coloured fodder. So here we go. So this is the back of the first page, and then this one. So I like this. I like the paleness. So that's what I need to do now, is less ink for the next 2 months, because I like the way how, you know, the printing is really clear. But this is really cool. I love the Oxide, what the Oxide's done with that. And I think a lot of that is from the gloves putting the colour down. And I mean, that's just gorgeous. I did notice that there is like a couple of patches where colour has come up off those paper bags. And like you can see it here. But I really don't mind. I think it looks quite awesome. So that's really good. I'm pleased with like how that colour is. Yeah, love it. I mean, a wee bit much with the Oxide in here, but you know, it's not as bad as what I feared it might be. This looks cool. Here's our double-sided weeks. I love this. I don't mind that like the corners haven't got, you know, a lot of ink on them. That's still quite cool. And this is the back of the last page, a centre page. I think this looks awesome. Yep, that really kind of says to me the heat of summer. I love it. Now this one here, this has probably got the most oxidation on it. But I mean, it's certainly still usable. You can see all my fingerprints on there. So I just need to bear that in mind. But even so, I still don't mind. I think it's kind of cool. I'm not going to, because like with all of these, it's a one and done. I am not going to come back and do a second colouring on them. If I don't get it done the first time, then it stays like that. But like, I really love these. Certainly here, I'm surprised there was no real pink on it. But I think it's because like much less ink here. Here I was getting overzealous with my ink. But I like it. So that's our first month done. These I might put aside. Some of them, like, I might put some more colour on that one. That one can probably do a small colour. That one, no. That one's full. Maybe that one. That one's full. That one's full. Happy with that one. Yeah, quite like that one. That one can have some more, and we'll stick with that one. So they will all go aside, and they will go aside. Right, that's from another one. I can come back and put some more on. Alright, now. Okay, on to the next round. So this one I'm probably just going to speed up what I do, do the colouring, and then I will show you the results of all 3 months at the end. Okay, that was so much fun. I just had so much fun and looking forward to doing this again. Right, so anyway, we ended up with quite a few book pages. These are still maybe, they're like 95% dry. They still just need to, I'm just going to leave them in a pile to dry overnight, and they will go into my collage folders. Right, so here we go. So this is January. Definitely got our yellow vibe going in here with a little bit of sort of pinky colour in there. Love how this looks. Don't mind the extra colours coming off in there, but definitely more on the yellow side, which was kind of what I wanted. And then that last one was a wee bit too red, but that's okay. That was because basically I was putting too much ink on there. Right, this is February, and this was more orange tones in there. I put a lot more orange, and to be honest, I think I put way too much ink on here. Love the effects though. Yeah, again, yeah, just gorgeous. Love the way this turned out. Kind of reminds me of Mars, like the images we get of Mars. I don't know why, but yeah, just exudes warmth from there. I don't mind the extra sort of whitey bits on here, or whiter bits where there's actually no ink, or it's very pale ink. I love some of the effects that we've got coming through. I think it just looks really cool. And I love like that where this, I was spraying and the inks were sort of spreading out, and then I got some of that just through pressing the paper down into the inks, and that's kind of the results we got. So yeah, definitely better here. Less of the oxidation taking over and hiding my printing, which was cool. And this was our the last lot, so this is March. This time there's a red in there, and there's also rusty hinge, because we're starting to get into, I mean technically we're into autumn, but I still wanted it to have that warmth of summer. And here, I love this. Again, that was kind of that overspray look. And this is where I can start to gauge what the darker colours will look like for future months and how I need to go. So the first page, I definitely had less ink, which is why there's kind of more whiter patches. I like this. Love this weird kind of line in there. I think that looks awesome. And almost like this secondary or ghost print there. I think it just looks cool. Here is just a bit too dark. I think that was the side I put down first, and that's where you can see, yeah, okay, I needed to put a bit more water in it, I think. But hey, live and learn. Still love the effects here, and I mean, it's in no way going to detract at all from my being able to use this page. Same again here. Needed a bit more water, I think, and that's why I kind of struggled to get to the outer edges there, and why there's, you know, the white patches along the outside, but I don't mind them. In fact, I think with the darker inks you kind of need those white patches to just give your eyes a rest. But I just love these colours, love them. And this one here was, I think this is the first side I put down into there. You've got the spray kind of area there, but definitely more water on this final page. And I'm not sure if that's why there's more oxidation or not. Just not sure. But this is cool. Love this. So, yeah. So that's my 3 months there. Going from the yellow, the orange, and then we're into the... So you can see the progression there of colours. Maybe too much orange in that one there, but I'm cool with that. So in the next video, I'm going to decorate these pages a little bit more, and also the pages that are going to go between, because for each month I've got the 4 printed pages, and then I'm going to have one in between, probably tea or coffee dyed, and then like Barbara I might put maybe a couple of extra pages in there as well, maybe 3 pages, so that'll give me, if I've got 4, 6, 8, 10 pages per month. So I mean that'll give me like 4 sides, so that's 40 sides per month. So I mean, you know, that should be more than enough for a planner, I think. I'm going to stop the video. I need to put away all my Reinkers and then get out what I need for the next step. If you're playing along at home or you're giving this a go yourself, next step is probably going to be like embossing powders, distress glazes, or embossing glazes rather, maybe some stenciling, maybe some texture paste. Did I say texture paste? I might have done some stamping. You know, all those cool things that just, you know, make your pages yours. And just, you know, we're going to have some fun with that. That's where we're at. If you've got questions, whether it's in my processes, you want to know what colours I used, what's the weather like, then by all means leave me a comment below, and I will see you back in the studio for the next step, which I'm really looking forward to. Bye for now.